There we go. There's a fish. Oh, my reel is messing up. Oh, that's not good. Well, for the way this fish is fighting, I'm assuming it has a fin. Yeah. Ah. Take him down here. Oop. Oh, his reel. So my reel, I know there's a lever down here that'll keep it from spinning backwards, but apparently that's not working. So I have to hold on to the handle to keep it from reeling backwards. So that's fun. These wild fish are crazy fun. And it gets out there and just sits in the current. Wild fish just don't get up. Look at this one, Jesus, tiny. Oh, that's crazy. I can't let go of the rod or the crank. Oh, this is going to be tough. I hate to beach them, but I can't let go of the crank or I can't let go of the handle and pull with one hand to be able to reach down and grab him by the tail. Because it just wants to go backwards. So essentially I can't pull on this fish with one hand without holding on to the handle. Dude, this fish, oh, you know, he just made it easy for me. Dang it. I've been a hook out. That's my fault. Well, good thing I brought 2 rods, so that 2 reels, so that I can switch out after this one, or this hole. Dang it, that's frustrating. Here's what was happening. So you have this lever, which means you can let line out, and you click it over, and you get a drag. For some reason, when there's enough tension, or something happens where it's not working. It's forgetting that it can do that and create a drag. So I was having to hold on to this. If I let go, it would let line out, whether that was on or not. It's working now, or unless, I guess if something pulls hard on it. I don't know. That was frustrating with that though. Normally I would grab them by the tail, hold them up, pull the hook, let them go. But I was gonna have to beach that one. That was the only way I could get it up here without having to use two hands in order to get tension on it to bring it in. I don't know. That was a little frustrating. But he did the job for us and released himself, so I'm thankful for that. Anyway, well, if you can't tell, last night I got the itch to come over here and do some fishing, get some redemption from last trip. I had a feeling there'd be some fish in this hole. This is a good time of year for this river too. The silvers that were in here last time I was over here aren't in here to contend with. Water's perfect. Yeah, so here we are. This is what we're gonna do for the day. So I guess I'll take you guys along for the ride and see if there's any more fish in here. Man, I want to hook another one, but at the same time I don't. I mean, landing one's doable. I just don't want to have to beach one. I'd run to the truck, but it's a little ways away. So after this little fishing run, I'll have to switch out to my other rod. Dang it. Having your equipment fail is frustrating. It happens though. There's another one right here somewhere. Usually this time of year there's a couple hanging together, but let's see. Kind of took that fish all over the hole, so I might have spooked up the other ones a little bit, and they're not too excited to hit him, but we'll just keep fishing and find out. Got lots of day left. Just only been fishing for probably a half hour. That fish hit that. It's crazy. It was one of those where they just basically sometimes will grab it and just hang on to it. They won't. It's not like they come out and grab it and want to go back with it somewhere and you feel them tug. Sometimes you've got it running right at them and they just basically open their mouth, grab it, and then your line will just stop and it'll feel like you're just hung up. That's how that one hit it. I jerked and it was hung up, or what I thought was hung up. Jerked again, and then it kind of started moving a little bit. It was kind of weird too, because usually when you kind of set the hook or jerk a little bit, that's when they'll start shaking their head. And that one just laid there for a second. Kind of a little bit of different hookup. Anyway. There's a fish. There we go. All right. Ah! Hit the hook. Dang it. Didn't bend the hook out that time either. I went up to a larger spinner. Like I said, that was a fun fight. And these wild fish, you just gotta throw them back anyway. Dang it, I wish I could have got that one up to the camera though. So if you look at this hole, this water isn't really low, but it's low enough where some of these runs, the water's so clear they don't feel hidden. That fish was tucked up on the other side of that white water in there, and then you see there's that seam coming in where that other little bit of white water comes in, and it just almost starts to slack up in there. They'll get down under that faster current right on the edge. They'll just sit there right under that white water or close to it. Dang it. Man, I love those wild fish. They fight. There we go. See if we can get one to the bank. This is a good fish. Okay, this fish, I don't believe is done yet. He's gonna get over here. Oh, I might have the advantage. It looks like his mouth is closed on the... I don't know if you saw it. That's why I hold the rod here and point the tip towards the fish. A lot of times you'll get them over here and they'll want to take back off. Almost had him. Ah, I got one on the bank. Okay, let me get my pliers. You can see. Dang, man. That was the most graceful release, but I don't know if you guys can see it, but one hook was up through his upper beak, nose, whatever you want to call it. The other one was down through the bottom jaw. And then this part was kind of shoved up into the roof of his mouth. And the reason he didn't fight as hard as the last ones, and he tired out pretty quick, his mouth wasn't open, so he couldn't breathe. So once I held him up, I could see that. And I was like, well, instead of trying to handle him more, get the hook out, get him in the water and just kind of move him around until he's ready to take off, I opted to just yank the hook out and just see what happens. And well, you guys saw what happened. He decided that he was full of energy and took off. So, oops. Gosh dang it. I thought that was my main line that I just threw. Once that line gets in the water, it's pretty hard to find, so darn it. Anyway, hey, got one to the bank. Got to cut off his air supply to do it, but got it done. I guess it wouldn't be air supply, it'd be oxygen supply. All right, well, that's 3 fish. I don't think I've ever fished this run. I might have back when, maybe when I first started driving myself over here. 25 years ago, 26 maybe now. I don't know, I always drive by it, think it looks good, and just never come in here. I think we all got our go-to spots, and we just like to get to those, but this might be a new go-to spot. Ooh, that's a chromer. Ah, that's a bright fish. Yeah, that's a cool bright fish. One of the telltale signs of these fish being wild is they freaking jump a lot. I'm trying to tell, but yeah, it's got an adipose. Yeah, pretty sure. best place to land one, but it's what I got. Works for me. Didn't bend any hooks or anything. They just, if it was fin clip, man, I would have just been yanking on it and trying to get it up here where I could get a grip on it, because I would have, worry about killing it at some point. But dang, that's, I guess technically I touched that one. If we'd have had the net, I don't net wild fish though. I'm back in the truck, headed home. Man, I haven't seen that many people on a river fishing in a long time. Trucks, and most turnouts had 1 to 2. I even saw a couple turnouts with 3 vehicles sitting there. A lot of the vehicles I saw had at least 2 guys in that were fishing, fishing together. So a lot of my normal spots were beat up down the trail. You could tell people had been there, so I kind of had to get into some of the harder spots that a lot of these guys weren't willing to go into, or fish a lot of the runs kind of in between the turnouts, which paid off. I got those 4 fish, and that was fun. That guy was like clear over into my lane. It was a little spooky. But anyway, thanks for watching, and catch you guys on the next one.